All right, hello folks and welcome to the stream. Got some Lex Talionis account to build tonight. Looks like we're going to be ready for another relic. That's pretty fast for this account. We've had quite a slow start getting this account up and running, but yeah, we're looking at back-to-back relic weeks. Got Wampa last week, took him all the way up to relic 7. So we got this big monster going. And we're ready for another relic already this week. I think we've depleted quite a bit of our resources in doing so, but yeah, that'll be the 13th relic for this account. Check that out. 12 relics already in here, and this will be our 13th relic. We're building speed with our relic cycles. Feels pretty good. So Storm Pooper. You guys could probably see the icon that Storm Pooper has for his chat. It's a stormtrooper sitting on the toilet. And I asked him if there was a flap or something that allowed him to use that while he was fully geared up. And he said, yeah, it's a flap. So I wonder if anyone ever did a graph of account growth as FTP, as free to play. Oof. The curve at the start is going to be long and low. Now that we've got Profundity, though, we took a step change in that for sure. Maybe it's more like this, just a one-time change and then it's at a higher level. Yeah, probably more like that. Probably more like a pH curve. Step change. Zide's in the house. Jar Jar Bink says hi, DL. Hi, everyone. Jar Jar, when are you coming back to the events? Bro, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting. Look at this. Look at this. Look, I was almost said, look how bad I'm waiting, but that implies quality of waiting. Look at this, bro. Look at me wait for you. Come on, man. Show back up. Thumbs up. Need to get that in my locator account. Sean Unavailable says next month. Yes, but when next month? Is it on the 3rd? I thought I read somewhere or heard somewhere that it was like on the 3rd of August. But yeah, I'm hoping to see that pop up in the events here pretty soon. Need my Jar Jar. I guess I don't really need it. I'm already getting 2.7 in the raid without the Jar Jar, so I guess the necessity of Jar Jar is only in the 5v5 team. I'll still build him though. I think in 5v5s the full Gungan team's pretty nasty. And I've got a Datacron for him anyway, so let's go. Let's go Jar Jar. Cody says the 5th of August. Okay. All right, so we're about a week out on that then. It was the 5th. It's the 5th. Yeah, next Monday. We're a week out. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it next Monday. The challenge and the raid are auto with Jar Jar. Nice. Jar Jar says I have Relic 9 on one account. Circle Gameplay says how you doing? Shown on availables here. Yeah. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. Mostly good. That's my standard answer. Makes people wonder what that little part is that might not be good. Sometimes people ask questions. Gets you into some fun conversations. If they say, oh, what's wrong? You say, oh, no, mostly good means mostly good. It means the glass is mostly full. You guys all know the answer to that age-old question, right? When people ask you, is the glass half empty or half full? The answer is, from an engineering perspective, it's simple that the glass is twice as big as it needs to be. So it's not a matter of whether the glass is half empty or half full. It's a matter of why is the glass that big? You only need it to be half the size. That would be efficient. So that's the engineering answer. Why is your glass so big? All right, just one Gungan Galactic challenge after the Jar Jar Binks unlock. Yeah, Zide, isn't that the truth? They'll have all these Galactic challenges with full team of Gungans required, and then once you get the full team of Gungans, you'll never see it in challenges again. It's probably the way it'll go. This one's got the, full Gungan team required, right? Where is it? Complete the battle with a full team of Gungan units. Yeah, you'll never see that again. Once the event comes out again, that's going to be gone. They will have moved on to the Night Trooper or something like that, required for all of it. Night Sisters. Feanor Firemind says, "Hey guys, first time chatter here." Nice. Welcome to the chat, Feanor Firemind. I hope your mind is not fully on fire yet. 7 o'clock, we'll light that mind on fire. We'll get it lit up. Clyde No says the glass is at 50% capacity. Oh, do it as a capacity calculation, huh? Well, then you have to calculate the rate of change of liquid going in or out of the glass to know your true capacity. You have to know your usage rate. Jar Jar says filled to the right amount, not too much or not too little. Storm Pooper says it's so big because America and diabetes. That's funny. Yeah, you get the 72-ounce drinks now at 7-Eleven, right? Much sugar as you need for 3 days all at once. Feanor and Jar Jar Binks are becoming reacquainted. So for anybody who doesn't know, Feanor is the DM for the Monday night D&D group that we got going. So when I get done with the Lex Talionis stream, I pop over there and do some role-playing. He's the DM for that. So Jar Jar's been a viewer over there. He comes over and gives us ideas as we're playing. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun group so far. We've been having a good campaign. Glad DM is over here. Swigo Gameplay says the GC should have been like 3 Gungans in a squad, so, like we have for ships when we didn't used to have the full fleet. CG being CG here. I agree. When there's only a total of 5 Gungans in the game and one of them is gated, these events should definitely be, win with 4 Gungans, at least 4 Gungans in your team. That would make sense. Is there a good team that has 4 Gungans and a Galactic Legend? I mean, can you do like Rey with Gungans and expect that to be good? I suppose you could. You wouldn't have a shield generator, right? But you'd have yeah. I don't know if that team would be any good, but I guess you could run like a Rey and a bunch of Gungans and expect it to be moderately successful. So maybe. I don't think they even think about it. I think somebody just clicks a button and assigns something to it, and that's it. I don't think they think a lot about it. Uh-oh, I've got a note that says viewers may be experiencing buffering. Who knew? Mag says, but then CG can't take advantage of make people go for Jar Jar sooner. That's correct. I mean, they're creating an artificial need in the game for Gungans and trying to generate revenue with it. It's part of their business model, I suppose. Getting people to spend those dollar bills. All right, well, let's get in here and start working on the account. For those who haven't heard, we had a little bit of guild drama these last couple days. So I'll take a little bit of time and explain that. Explain what went on. I know this is Lex Talionis account. It's not in the Phoundlings Guild. But I feel like if I just put something up on the internet, then when people ask, I've at least got somewhere where I can direct them to come take a look. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. This current Galactic challenge is ridiculous. I had to run Mon Mothma lead with 3 Rebel fighters and Galactic Legend Leia. One of the things they changed about CG. Okay, let's get in here. I don't know. Let's go to the scavenger first, because I don't know if we've actually got any bronzium wiring generated. So I did get in and buy 1 pack of carbonite circuit boards from the shop. The purchase for those materials was back in the shop, so I hit that up for some carbonite circuit boards. But I only got 1 pull, and I think I got 100 of them. So it wasn't that impressive. It didn't solve much, but it's 100 that I didn't have before, so there's that. All right, let's get some bronzium wiring made here. Ooh, this is going to be a big disappointment. 62 of them. That's not going to get me very far. Should get me relic 3 though, so as long as I get relic 3, that's all I really care about. I gotta buy a bunch more of these with the latest round of raid currency. We're running short on the hollow projectors as well as the heat sinks. How many can we afford to crunch up here? Probably not 7. Let's dial it back. Let's do 3 of them. I don't know, just a few. And then we'll buy more out of the shop for the next time around. Okay, we got materials now. We should be able to go to relic 3. I just want to go to relic 3 on these guys so that when I do start getting, when I get 3PO to relics, then I can use datacrons. And we have to be relic 3 to take advantage of the stat bonuses on the datacrons. So eventually I think we want to go to relic 5 on all these guys, but for right now we'll be satisfied with relic 3. That's fine. With his awful mods. Is there any more skills that we really have to have? This gives him a revive when other people are revived. That's situationally useful. All rebels gain advantage for 2 turns. We can go ahead and apply that one to the frantic shot. Alright, let's kick him off of favorites. Bye. Later, brah. And then the question is, what do I want to relic next? We're not ready for 3PO. We still got a lot of account building to do before we're going to get the Ewoks ready, the event done, and 3PO into the account. Again, the reason 3PO is a bit of a struggle for this account is just because the mod quality. Without good mods, you kind of got to gear up the characters to get that event done all the way to 7 stars. So I'm waiting on gear. Bosk would be a good target. Anakin would be a good target. I feel like Bosk might be it, right? Because we struggle with our little offensive fleet in Grand Arena. And maybe if Bosk was relicked, that would be a difference maker. So let's earmark Bosk. We need to get a few of these stabilizing relics done. Now, eventually, we're going to lock in on the Jabba journey and start building Jabba stuff. But for right now, we need to get some stability in the account. And I think having a Relic Hound's Tooth might do the trick. So we'll target that for the next relic in the account. It'll also help with the Bounty Hunter team in Grand Arena. All of that stuff, too. All right, let's go to squads. And let's go to the tier 2 stuff. And take a look over here. Let's go to the raid tab. Probably need to work on raid characters first. So let's promote here. We're just a few shards away. We could grab 10 more right now, but that still puts us 3 shards away from 7 stars. So close, yet so far away. So we can't gear her up till we get to 12. Kit Fisto, we've got to 6. We should be able to make 10 purchases of him by next week out of the shops. Okay, out of what's left, Yoda probably is the best character, but it's going to be too many golden eyeballs for this guy. Too many eyeballs. Too many eyeballs. Mace Windu's probably a close second. We can upgrade him, but he's taking... Oh, these aren't golden eyeballs, though. So let's take him up. And then it's just all the same stuff that we need for him, too. Okay. We lost a lot of pluses on that upgrade. Let's lock down some of this stuff on Grandmaster Yoda. And that'll make it clear what it is that we need to buy out of the shop. I'm pretty sure it's going to have to do with these golden eyeballs, which that's what we're missing. So we'll need to buy some of those, as well as those Mark 6 detonators. We're creeping up slowly. Okay, so we got that. Now let's go take a look at those Waka Wakas. Where do I have the Ewok teams? Ewok and the dog. Oh, we still don't have Chirpa all the way up. We still need 8 shards on Chirpa. Okay, we've got Elder and Paplu at gear 12. We could probably pop Chirpa up here to 10. Logray looks like he can advance. Take an upgrade there. Tebow can go up, looks like. Okay, he's missing something. I don't want to waste more good gear on Ewok, so we'll leave it there for now. Logray's skills, what is this? Cooldown, we're going to need that. Insight, that we could use. Oh, he's not even level 85 yet. Take him up to 85. We can do that now. We have training droids, y'all. Yay, training droids. Fleet's pretty important. Okay, Tebow also needs to go to 85, huh? Let's just do that, finish him off. Alright, and then we're close. We could probably do it with this team with like one more gear level on Tebow maybe, so that he doesn't just get killed every time he's out of stealth. So we need 8 shards for Chirpa and another gear tier or 2 for Tebow, and then I think we'll have C-3PO. 7 stars. Close. Getting close. Alright, the other team that I want to work on for the punch-up teams, Shock T. We put a few resources over here, and then we had to kind of take a detour because of the new raid. So we took a detour for the new raid. We're working on those characters. But, you know, we can start working on Shock and the boys over here. So we'll see what upgrades we can get here. And we'll keep working on them. We'll work on the raid team. We'll work on Ewoks. Get the C-3PO for next relic. And then we'll keep working on the clones after that. And then once these clones start getting built up, we'll put 5s into the relic cycle. And I might take 5s like way up. We might even take him to relic 8 for the clone bomb team. Just blow him up and give his stats to all the other clones. It's a fantastic team. I was joking around and I said, you know, at high levels, these teams don't really work. So like the Trooper team and the Clone Bomb team and stuff like that at Kyber GAC, there's no use for them. So, you know, if you're a new player like Lex Talionis and you build those things on your account, they'll only be useful for like 3 or 4 years until you catch up. So somebody asked me why I'm building teams like this, and it's because they may not be immediately useful right now, or in Kyber. They may not be good in Kyber, but they are immediately useful. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, 85. We spent too much money. We dropped too much money. We gotta go buy some money now, and then we gotta work on mods. So let's get some money. Cash in some cash. All right. Grab another million. And then let's catch up on chat real quick before I go into working on mods. Maybe we'll target Bosk here, see if we can improve some of his mods first. All right. CGS was adding Galactic Legends to the challenges. Oh, Mag's talking about when they changed from GLs. I ended up with JMK to get through that, and even then it wasn't a sure thing. Jar Jar says, what's the issue with the guild? I guess I could talk about that now if you want. Jack Sermon says, hey DL, how are you? Aaron says troopers are still good for cleanups or other miscellaneous filler stuff. Exactly. You know, they may not be a premier team when you're watching the top Kyber players, but it's still a rock solid team for a long time. All right, so what happened, and what some people may have seen, there was a group of people that were very suddenly kicked out of the Phoundlings Guild, and not a lot of communication was done, and people just logged in to find themselves with the no guild tag and wondering what the heck happened. So there was a little bit of stuff that trickled onto my server. There were people making a concerted effort to go out and bash the Phoundlings leadership and talk about, you know, what awful people we are and what a bad guild it is. So here's the information on what happened. And this has been made public by somebody else, so it's fair game now. But here's a post from somebody else's server. This is from a guild called Chiss, I believe. And it says, hi everyone, we've been presented with the opportunity to grab a group of Immortal Foundlings top players. Their territory war leader, their territory battle officer, and overall 14 competitive solid players. It was an opportunity too good to pass up. We've been talking to them about merging and wanted to wait another week or two in order to have time to get things in order. I'll rephrase that for y'all. They needed a week or two more to try to recruit more people out of Phoundlings and solidify the whole group that was going to quite suddenly leave us and go join another guild. So some of our members were actively talking about taking about a third of the guild and just walking away with the best people, or the people that they liked the most from Phoundlings. So this was an opportunity too good to pass up. We've been talking to them about merging. We'd planned another week or two. And last night the guild leaders found out about it and kicked them all. And that's partly true. I think the leadership knew about it before yesterday, but some things changed and they decided to act upon it. So due to this, we expedited the merger process, and now they're going to kick a bunch of people out of their guild. That means we'll be letting some of the members go. So it was a difficult decision. They based it on where people were in the guild with ready for Genonite Cal Kestis, all of that stuff. So they kind of explain now to their own guild, you know, we're stealing a bunch of good members from Phoundlings. They're coming over here, so we're kicking the players that we don't like. So this was all an arranged thing, and they hadn't, I believe, and again, this is not fact-based, this is opinion, this is context. I don't think they had recruited everybody, so some of the people that they intended to recruit still weren't on board with it. but they got caught up in the whole thing because of the number of people that were planning to go matched the number of people that were part of a particular server. So Phoundlings just said, look, if y'all are going to be traitors, we're going to end this on our terms, not yours. Goodbye. And remove that whole section of people from the guild. So whether we agree with that as a method, or we agree with that as a strategy, or whether people agree with how it was done, is all subject for debate. And I made it clear on my server last night that if people want to talk about it, stay within the server rules. Don't disrespect people. Don't badmouth. Don't swear about it. Follow the server rules, and you can post what you want. I'm not going to take it down or tell people that they can't post their feelings. But this is just an explanation of what happened and why. So there was a group of people that were targeted for recruitment. And if anybody listening to this video feels like you were wrongly accused and you weren't part of that recruitment effort, just reach out to the guild leadership. They have let people who were part of that purge rejoin when they explained their situation and that they hadn't been recruited, they didn't want to go. So for the people that did want to go, they can say whatever they want about the Foundlings leadership on whatever server they want, but they were planning to leave anyway. So it's a little bit of drama, and people are trying to make a bigger deal out of it in some servers. The recruitment server got poisoned and stuff like that. So anyway, I just was empowered to share this, so I figured I'll put it up here as an explanation. And then if people ask questions, they can always just be referred to this timestamp in the video, and they can come watch the explanation for what happened. And again, whether you agree with it or not, or like it or not, that is the thing which happened. And again, this is posted from the server that was taking our people, so this isn't even like our information being used. It's their post. So that's the status. Mag says, shady stuff going on. I wouldn't trust that other guild's leadership after something like that. Darth Pat says, thanks for talking about it, DL. We appreciate that. Boris Balkan says, drama alert. Yeah. What I should have done, guys, what I should do, I should go title this stream, Foundling Guilds disbanding, put some sensational clickbait title up there. I won't do that. I won't do that. But I know a lot of streamers probably would to get the clicks. But we'll avoid trying to get clicks off of clickbait. Anyway, so a little bit of drama. But again, if this is your ethics, good luck in the next guild. That's all I'm saying is, if you don't agree with your leadership and you don't get along and you want changes and all of this stuff, and you're aggravated constantly by the decisions that are being made, first of all, why were you still part of the guild in the first place? And second, what makes you think the next guild's going to be better? I don't know. It's everybody makes their choices. Everybody makes their choices. But yeah, and I'm not going to bash the Chiss Guild. Honestly, if somebody came to me and said, hey, how would you like to upgrade your guild with some of the best players in the game? That would be a hard offer to pass up, right? Because let's face it, some of the folks in Foundlings, I've said this before, that guild overperforms by a lot. By a lot. So people who know that would look at that and go, I'll take your 10 best. Absolutely. Let's negotiate. I mean, so I don't blame them. I think it's shady, but at the same time, if they were approached, I guess I don't blame them for it. Anyway, Jar Jar says, if you need any more members for your guild, I'm available. Please let me know. Yeah, we definitely, what do we need? About 12 people? No. I think we've got, well, some are filled with alts. So I think some alts got put in the account to try to balance it out for this territory war. But we've probably got, we've got maybe 10 slots available, something like that. So Jar Jar, if you want to apply, just get a hold of Fish or Jingle and let them know. Yep. All right. Jack Sermon says, seems messy and feels like over the top for a mobile game. RoboVolk says, I feel sorry for the Chiss people who just got kicked. Yeah. Zide says the same thing. I feel for the Chiss people who were suddenly booted. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's for their guild to decide. But I would say that the whole thing, just to kind of put my own punctuation on it, it had to do with the competitive nature of the guild, and some of the people who left or were made to leave were really hyper competitive. And I mean hyper competitive. Like, we had this latest territory battle where the amount of pressure and policing was off the hook because we were trying to get one more star. And at some point, it's a game, y'all. It's a game. We're playing it to have fun. And some of us are competitive, but we're not quite that competitive. And I put myself in that category. You know, if you're an absolute top competitive spirit, I don't play the game that way. I try to be efficient. I love sort of min-maxing the resources in the game. I like building good teams. But, you know, I don't spend hours tweaking my mods to the very best mods for every team. And I don't have enough mods to go around anyway. Anyway, I'm going to quit talking about it and get back to the Lex Talionis project, or we'll never finish up the account update before I got to go play me some D&D. All right, so back to this. Bosk will be our next relic target. Let's get it on mods and do mods for the week. All right. Let's manage these mods. Filter number 1, let's get rid of the small stuff. Nothing there. Bad stats. Got some of those. We'll save this one. Sell. Right. Gray mods. Select everybody. Take them to 9. Kick out the appropriate mods. Select all. Sell. Okay. Now, back to any slot, filter. See if there's anything here that we really want to keep. We got a tenacity mod with tenacity substat that we kept last time. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want these. Health, crit chance. Okay. We'll take them all up to 12. If they don't get a speed substat, they're sold. Goodbye. Get out of here. All right. Slice them up. Get rid of the 3-speed mods. We don't want those. Health, though. Defense with health and good stats. Ooh, offense, main. Change my mind. I do want these. We're going to take these all to 12. Actually, let's just take them all to 15. We'll throw the money away right away. I don't know if I have this many slicing materials, but we'll get through the 5s. Ooh, 8 speed. Mother-in-law mod. All right, we'll take it. Miss. Get out of there. Offense with 5 speed. This would be nice. Swing and a miss. Defense. 9 speed. We'll take that to blue. Flat stat. Crit chance. Ooh, 9 speed. It's not bad. We'll click it again. And we miss. Okay, 4-speed mods. Let's do the protection on offense. We don't like that much. Here's health on a tenacity mod. We miss. We'll look at offense on this 3-speed mod. We miss. Health on this 3-speed mod. Whiff. Statistics catching up with us today, y'all. Got a couple 8s. Got an 8 and a 9, I guess, right? And a whole lot of nothing else. Just making me poor on resources. Come on now. Tenacity. It doesn't have a tenacity substat. This one does. We don't hit tenacity or speed. But it's got both stats on it, and it's got a good tenacity roll. I'm going to give it one more chance. Prove to me that you want to be a good mod. It goes back to crit chance. It's like, I'll prove to you that I don't want to be a good mod. I want to be a loser. Alright. Speed protection, bad stats. This is okay stats. We'll take that. Nothing. We got pretty much skunked today, y'all. Alright, we'll sell these last two off. We're not going to invest in them after all. Okay, moving on to the greens and the blues. Taking 9. Sell off all these bad boys that don't have any speed. Get them out of here. Goodbye. Slicing on those. Take them all to 12. And let's see if we got any new toys to play with. Okay, this is new. 11 speed on 3 rolls, but it's crit damage. It's not fantastic, but we'll hit it again. These are good stats. Protection's good. Offense is good. We'll try one more. Well, we got offense at least, but it refuses to get more speed, so thumbs its nose at us. 10 speed. Defense main stat on an offense mod. We don't really like that, but we'll still try. Remember, if you have a mod like that that's not got matching stats, if it rolls speed, it's still a speed mod. Alright, let's get in here. Move on to purples and golds. Filter, select, upgrade to 3. Moving them up. Kicking them out. Clicking the wrong buttons. Alright. Purple and gold with no speed. Get out of here. Sell, sell, sell. Level these bad boys up to 12. Cancel. Out of credits. 1 speed. Sort by speed. Select all. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of mods that have tried and failed. I almost got to keep the 5-speed ones because I kind of got garbage in this account if I don't keep at least some of these. Everything with 3-speed can go, though. Fire sale. Let's get this out of here. I guess it's been a while since I cleaned house on these mods. Offense, potency. We're going to get rid of everything that's not a cross, diamond, or arrow on the 4-speed stuff. Fine. Doesn't have tenacity. If I see a tenacity mod that also has tenacity substat, we'll keep that. Otherwise it's a fire sale. They all must go. All of these were mods that I put to 15 and I sliced and they failed. This is the graveyard, what I'm looking at right now. For anybody who might not be familiar with the stuff that I've done, I've got a series called the Mod Mastery Series. I explain how I work on these mods. All of the decisions that I'm making right here are based on statistics, statistical modeling, the likelihood that you're going to get a good result with your next click, calculated in, and then turned into a method. All of the filters that I'm using are there as well. So what each one of these filters does, how it works, and why I do it that way is all explained in Mod Mastery number 6. So if you're not familiar with that and you're wondering what the heck's going on, that's where you can find that information. I'll go out on a limb and say that the Mod Mastery series is probably, yeah, I'll say it, probably the best resource for you to know how to statistically get the best results on your mods in the game. Alright, let's take a poke at this. Fail. Dang. Health with 14 speed. We could take that to gold tier. Miss. Don't want to 6-dot that one. Okay. So let's just go to character modding. And we'll just look at everything for Bosk. So let's see if there's an arrow for Bosk that we really want. What we would love to have is an arrow. Any of these mods with a protection percent main stat. So let's look for that. Protection with 9 speed. Okay. That's losing a lot of speed though. And Bosk wants to be fast. 5 speed on this one. We could try one more slice on it. We've got 7 speed on the one that's on there. If we hit speed here, we're still interested. Not good enough. Not good enough. All right. I'm not going to steal the one off of Gideon. We've already got 14 speed with protection here, so that's not... So there's nothing to be done for this Bosk. We can enhance this one as well. 7 speed's pretty awful, but it's 2 rolls. The cost of going to blue is not that much. We're certainly not going to take it to purple, though. Okay, so nothing to be done to help Bosk. He's not in the worst of shape, though. All things considered, 274 speed with 63,000 protection. When we pop him up to relic levels, he'd be 294 speed, so he'd be close to 300 speed with the mods he's got. That's better than most of the stuff in this account. Let's just sort by speed and see how bad it really is, because we've only got a couple characters with decent mods on them. 353 on Moff Gideon. Radis is like, what, 320 something? Oh, 294, never mind. We've only got one character in the entire account over 300 speed. Well, that's what it's like when 42 weeks worth of no mod refreshes. Oof. We're getting mod refreshes now that we got Profundity, though. We're back on track. We're back on the rails, y'all. All right, let's go check chat, and then we'll get back on ships. All right. Bosk to Relic 5 or Relic 7, or are you going all the way? Probably just Relic 5. Probably just Relic 5 him. You know, take it up and make it so that he's a little bit of a problem for people. Make it so that the Houndstooth is better. I don't know the exact stat improvement, but I don't think that... So Bosk himself improves quite a bit as you take him up in relics, but I don't think the Houndstooth, between like Relic 5 and 7, I don't think it's a big jump on the Houndstooth. If your opponent can deal with a Relic 5 Houndstooth, they can deal with a Relic 7 Houndstooth. So that's kind of what I'm basing it on. Probably 5. Veggie Burrito says, good evening, DL. Need your opinion. I'll unlock Queen, next conquest, and I'm building Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. I only need Relic Shock to get gas. Would be good in the Queen team. I don't have Relic clones. I think if you want to build that team, if you want to put it in Grand Arena, my opinion, characters like Barriss or Padme go better in that team. I don't think you need more damage. The Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, that team puts out a ton of damage. And when I look through the kit, I don't see that there's that much damage in the kit. It's some things in the leadership for Queen Amidala boost the damage for the whole team, or her modifiers are really high or something. Because that team, even with garbage characters, they do a ton of damage. So just work on the characters that make it the most annoying timeout team. I don't think gas is needed. I don't think Shakti, I don't think is needed. But if you built Shock T to get gas, Shock T, for example, could go into the team and would help make it a timeout team, right? Because Shock T restores protection and she cleanses debuffs. So if you wanted to put Shock in the team, if that's what you're asking me, Shock T would be good in the team. If you put in like Shock and Barris or Shock and Padme, just make it a timeout team. And then of course in threes, it's just the three. Queen Amidala, the 2 Jedi. My opinion. Yeah, Shock T would go in that team. For sure. Originally when I read that, I thought you were asking if gas would be good in the team. But I think you're asking about Shock T, so yeah. That's good. Jack Sermon says, I was wondering, what do you do with your leftover Mark II currency? I recently got my Negotiator Malevolence to 7 stars and begun to build up a lot of Mark II currency. I assume by that you mean the guild event token 2? So let's just confirm that that's what you're talking about. Because the raid mark, what's actually called a Mark II token is here in raids. Right? This is a Mark II raid token. And that you're always going to use for building your Gear 13 stuff for characters. I assume you're talking about these Mark II guild event tokens right here. The answer to that is Cairo. So what I do with this is Cairo. And more specifically, I try to make sure that I purchase computers. So I don't typically buy the shock prods. I buy the computers here. I buy the computers here. And I farm the shock prods. And farming the shock prods also gives you Mark V data pads, which make bronzium wiring. So that's the formula. I think I gave up slicing 4 and 5 speed green mods years ago, said Boris. Yeah, I only did it because I was specifically trying to get a better mod for Bosk. I don't, you saw me, I sold off a ton of green mods that had 5 speed and failed. Yeah, I would rarely slice those. Jack Sermon says I was one, okay, never mind, we answered that already. Aaron B says all I heard was Relic 9 all the way. Nice. Mafia says hit the like saber everyone. Jack Sermon says guild event story. Yeah, that's it. Veggie Burrito says, thanks. I was asking for both, really. If I build Shock, I would put both of them on Queen. Maybe it's not worth it. Too many things to build. Gas is a good character, though. I mean, if you just built Gas and didn't have another home for him, he could go in that team. I don't think many people put him in that team because he typically would go in some other Jedi team somewhere. And just so you know, you can do the clone bomb strategy with Gas, and it's actually quite effective. So you build like a Relic 7 or 8 5s. You have at least one of your clones on your team be complete garbage. As soon as Gas sits down, a lot of teams are hard-coded to target 5s. For example, SLKR is coded that if 5s is on the board, like he attacks 5s, or maybe they took that coding out, but a lot of characters will attack that way. However, the AI has a strong preference to attack the weakest character, so they may want to attack 5s, but if you've got like a 4-star Gear 10 ARC Trooper sitting over there, they will attack that ARC Trooper. So you'll get a very quick sacrifice on 5s, and that speeds the clones up so much that Gas stands back up very quickly. So that's a strategy you can employ when you get a new Gas, and you get like a Relic 8 Gas, and you really don't want to build the clones. Don't. Just build 5s, and park him behind Gas with a bunch of other garbage, and when he dies, you'll soup up the other clones. And, if Gas sits down a second time, you probably lose all your clones the second time. But by then you should have the battle under control anyway. Should have at least one Rexolate off by that time. That's the target. So that's a completely viable strategy. All right, let's take a look at ships here. We've got some ship currency. Han's Millennium Falcon. We did get the 6-star. We were able to do the event. So there we go. A number 6-star. And let's see if the 6-star improved our speed. So we were 182 speed. Now we're 185 speed. Okay. All right. So we're souping this Falcon up. There's a couple guys in the fleet that are like 184 speed on their Xanadu Bloods. We can fight them now and have more of a chance of success. If you don't get the Millennium Falcon attacks before the Xanadu Blood gets to go, it's pretty rough. So the Falcon has to be faster than the opposing Xanadu Blood to make that matchup, let's say, a reasonable chance of winning. All right, so let's still work on Profundity things, right? So Big's Darklighter ship we've worked on. Outrider we've built up. We've still got a few skills here. Target lock, if it's Outrider's turn, reduce the cooldown. Okay. We can take that skill here. And then Outrider's pretty much done now. You know what? It's so done that we are going to unmark it, kick it off of favorites, get out of here. You will probably never get your reinforcement. Sorry about your luck. Ghost. The Ghost we even need to take to 85 in the first place. So let's do that. Spend some money on this Ghost. And then let's start working on some skills. So if we need that when we get back to the Profundity event, well, at least we'll have a Ghost. It's not horrible. We'll take one of those at 5. All right. Stealth duration +1. That's pretty good. When you put something under stealth, that extra turn is useful. And then we would need to upgrade Zeb or Kanan if we wanted these skills to go up. Zeb we can upgrade. Is he taking a real... That's a... Oof. That's a real stun gun. That's a real Carbonti. Oof. Oof. Zeb, you're awful. I don't want to put gear on you, so I'm not going to. 46,000 galactic power still with those garbage characters. Alright, fine. Houndstooth, I feel like we've built that out as far as we're going to. Bosk, not known for his damage. I really don't want to commit good materials to that. Anakin. We're using Anakin almost exclusively as a reinforcement, so let's go ahead and give him his reinforce. Eventually he'll be in the starting fleet for something, but we'll give him that for right now. Let's get this on the Surge All Power. His basic attack. The damage here is a big deal because his basic attack is how we do damage. This is also a big deal. All right, let's get him going. We're gonna relic Anakin. Just to be clear, Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin is one of the characters that we have targeted to go to relic as part of our account stabilization. He's in the Qui-Gon Jinn team, and making him relic for the Qui-Gon Jinn team is a big deal. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take him to relic. I don't mind putting all those skills on the ship because I know it's gonna be a relic pilot very soon. We will be working on Rex as well. This ship's pretty good. Let's go ahead and use some of our money here. Oh, that's all of our money. It's okay though. We need more ships. Eventually we're going to need 4 fleets when we get to Chromium, right? So we may as well sink some money into this. We'll put it on favorites. And we'll just come back to it later. Nothing to see here for now. All right. Okie doke. Starfighter. Yeah, we can't, never mind. We lost the money to upgrade for right now. So we'll leave that right where it's at. Oh, I should have upgraded Biston. Well, Biston's U-Wing's not really relevant for the Profundity event. It is a ship that is in the Profundity event, but I don't remember ever seeing somebody who used that ship as part of a successful strategy. So I'll leave that alone for now. There was a time where that was good. Do we have any Datacrons to work on at all? I don't think we have any materials, right? Yeah, we're out of money. Out of cash. If I had more Shard Shop currency, I'd be willing to go buy some Datacron currency, but we're kind of broke in that regard. Alright. Guild Orders, Grand Arena. Fleet Rewards, number 7. How did I get kicked out of... Man, I was in one of the top places. And I didn't fight somebody. That's annoying. That's annoying. We've got a fleet shard, and there's only one other guy with the same payout time as mine. So there shouldn't be anybody kicking me out of placement if I already scored it. Bronzium 5. Oh, wow. Bronzium 5, huh? I lost that last round? Interesting. I thought we'd won that last round. Or at least had chances to win it. I must have got through my Radis team and cleared with better banners. Rough. Okay, we'll also join the GAC on my Loquitur account so that I don't forget. Sign up at the same time. And just, guys, when you join up, if you haven't already done it, it's not a bad idea to sort by empty mod slots. Make sure that you don't have a bunch of characters with missing teeth. We're good. We don't have any empty mod slots except for characters that are not modded at all. Which, you know, we've got some of those. But it's something that you want to get in the habit of trying to check before you sign in for Grand Arena. Just to make sure you didn't leave yourself really weak in somewhere. Alright, let's just take a quick spin through. Snow Trooper could be leveled up. Let's do it. Let's burn every training droid we've got on this guy. Gear him up if he's able to be geared up. Skill him up. We're not going to spend Omegas on him though. We do have to spend Omegas there. Snowtrooper gains 25% turn meter whenever unit is. 30% doesn't make a difference. Alright, we souped him up a little bit. He's still our 5th trooper for right now in the team. So Stark is really in bad shape. Let's see if we can level Stark at all. Where's my troopers? 5v5 teams, and I did not identify the troopers as a 5v5 team. That's embarrassing. Alright, let's look at the trooper team. See, Stark is in bad shape. We'll name him after Storm Pooper. Let's see if we can get some upgrades on Stark. Yeah, we got one. We got one click. We'll take it. Work on his basic because... Nope, we're out of credits. The credits are all gone. We're down to 3,000 credits. That's fine. There'll be more where that came from. More next week at our regularly scheduled time. I think next week we're going to be ready for that Ewok event. I'll go ahead and get those last 8 shards of Chirpa, and we can try the C-3PO event with bad mods and see if we can get some good RNG and get that set up. Aaron B says, I love seeing this account. It's a blast from the past with all the decisions that need to be made. Ryan says, DL, how's your guild doing in territory battles? The Lex Talionis guild is doing okay. They've selected the light side GOTB battle to kind of test it out and get people to see what their teams could do. I don't think that's a great decision. I can't participate at all. I have 0 teams that can do anything, so I throw my, and you only get to deploy half your GP, right? Because you only get to deploy your light side GP and the light side GOTB. So I get like, 980,000 deployed, and that's it. That's my entire contribution to it. So I wish we were still getting Rolo shards, but other than that, the performance has been pretty good. I think we've been doing pretty good in the territory battles. Veggie Burrito said, thanks, Neil. I appreciate it all for the discussion about Queen Amidala. Yeah, I think somebody in the stream said it best when they said the Amidala team in GAC right now is just JMK bait. Because if you don't have like and I don't know that there's any counters that are like 100% reliable. So the non-GL counters don't always work well against that team. So a lot of people just throw JMK. So it's a JMK magnet, which is fantastic. So if you can get your opponent to throw JMK at it, that's a huge win, because it's another team that JMK doesn't get to beat, right? All right, I need to get off here and get over to the Dungeons and Dragons stream and get ready, get set up, and have some fun over there. I believe we're streaming tonight. I think there was some discussion about somebody missing tonight, so hopefully that's still all going to be going on. For anybody who's interested at all in that kind of thing, look up DM Feanor on Twitch. That's the name. So if you look that up, you can see our live streams. The sessions that we've done in the past are over there. I think this will be our 7th session. So if you want to catch up on what actually has been happening in the plot line, you can do that. It's a interesting little campaign. So hope to see you over there. All right, let's do end of stream things. Remember to hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. I sure would appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my stuff in the future. Notification bell tells you when I'm doing my live streams. You can join the Discord. The link is up above and down below. It's a great Discord for discussing the game. There's an Ask Loquitter channel. You can ask me just about anything, whether it's a Swiggo question, an account building question, or just some random question about life in general. I'll try to give you a good answer, or at least a funny one to entertain you. So I hope to see you all over there. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next Holocron.